I remember watching this episode of, I want to say Twilight Zone, where this gangster is, I suppose, killed in a street fight, whatever. St. Valentine's Day massacre type thing. A period piece of the, whatever that would be, the 20s, 30s. I'll show my ignorance. And he finds himself at this entrance, this magnificent entrance. Everything's beautiful and brightly lit and white and cloud and ethereal. And there's this guy there, gatekeeper, and he is asked this gangster his name, and gangster's like, "What the hell is going on here? Didn't I just get whacked?" And gives him his name, and the guy's like, goes over to the roll, it's like the 5-drawer file safe. Okay, we're going back in time here. The 5-drawer file, he got it, pulls open a drawer, and he starts leafing through it, pulls out the file, I guess, of this guy, and he goes, here we are, I have you. Well, the next thing you know, this guy is living the life. He's living the gangster life he dreamt of living when he was still alive. He can do no wrong. A new woman every night. Any bank he hits, it's successful. A new mall every night. Dolls, guns and malls. What is that? Turn heel, dolly mop, zoot suit. Gangstery. Untouchable. So, that period. And doesn't matter. He's shooting sticks, shooting pool in the bar at night. And he winning every round, 8-ball, 9-ball, doesn't matter. He can, everything he touches golden. And after a while, it's getting kind of boring. He never loses. No matter what he does, it turns out perfect. Great. Splendid. And he goes to the guy, the gatekeeper, and he says, he starts to, he has hinted at the gatekeeper already. He's seen him a couple times. Hey, and the gatekeeper's like, no, you're fine. You'll acclimate. You'll acclimate. So this is about the third time I want to say back to the gatekeeper. And he's like, look, man, I don't understand what's going on here. Everything I do is right. There's nothing ever goes wrong for me. I mean, this isn't heaven. It's not right. And the guy looks at me and says, who said this was anything about being heaven? I want to say it was Sebastian Cabot. He played the butler on Family Affair. Boy, I'm going way back, 60s, 70s. Situation, wholesome comedy. Situation normal, all up. Snafu. Situation normal, all fouled up. And insert another word for fouled. So let me ask you a question. Because I'm sitting here putting myself into the machine, as much of my essence or persona or character as I can, in hopes that one day down the road, maybe they can use it to create the perfect man. Come on, man, you got so full of yourself there, you're gone now. Oh my goodness. Well, okay, so let me ask you a question. It's kind of like one of those either or stranded on a desert island. Okay, you ready? Because, okay. As I've been putting myself into the machine, I'm like, well, what happens if 1,000 years from now, somebody makes a buck off of me? I got no defense. I got no attorney in here with me. It's just me. and somebody uses me and they make a profit. They turn a trick. Ooh, they turn a trick on my naughty language, little Mashuka. And they get started with something, and what's left for me posthumously, for my echo, the imprintation I've left upon the world, it gets bupkis, right? You see how that's kind of like unfair for the flesh, I think. So, the question is this: if there were no consequences, if you laid down and died, and that was the end, nothingness, as best you can comprehend that, would you A, lead a life of deeds that would leave you remembered by the world with a monument and or a plaque or a foundation or a, that's how the Nobel Peace Prize was started. Guy made dynamite, kids. Made a lot of money making dynamite too. So would you lead a life, if you had you could choose, would you lead a life that's, meh, but your deeds were remembered after you were gone in a fond light? Or would you rather be like that gangster who goes to a place that he thinks is heaven, which it looks like probably isn't. It looks like it's the other one, where live fast, die young. You're here, right? There's no consequences. So do you just burn the candle, as Red Fox would say from Sanford and Son, when he was accused of burning the candle at both ends, and he said, "Hey, I burned that candle both ends, around the side and up the middle." Oh, one of Red Fox's best lines. And not dirty, not in stand-up. That's dirty. Keep your children away from stand-up. Or would you choose a life where you are gangster and you're just living fast and dying young, and you have a pretty good, you got a Bonnie and Clyde type run, man. You terrorize the streets for years, living on Red's vitamin C and cocaine. You just shoving all the drugs down you can take, and you're knocking off a liquor store here and there, and you're just doing as you please. Self will run riot. Which would you choose?